Right, hello there everyone, and welcome to my Mountain of Shame! Today we have Night Call. So, interesting game, another noir game by the looks of it. Released in 2019 by Monkey Moon and Black Muffin. So, yay! Ooh, free roaming. What? There's a free roaming? What sort of game is this? Okay. I don't know. Like, not that I knew before, but like... Okay, that's interesting. Is this a visual novel? Is this an adventure? Like... I don't know what's meant to be. It's a detective game. Could be another detective game. I don't know. Interesting though, free roaming. I guess for now I'm going to start with a new game. Give it its 30 minutes and see what goes on. But the fact it has a free roaming mode is pretty cool too, right? I don't know what it is. Let's find out. Okay, new game. Oh, taxi Parisian. Okay, so is this a French taxi? Am I doing a French taxi service? That would explain why there could be free roam, but it's interesting because what? Never mind. It's an investigation game. Okay. We can choose the judge. Victims also in coven. The motives seem clear, but which suspect would have done it? Balanced case, perfect for the first run. Angel death, random victims, unknown motive. Weird case, slightly more difficult than the others. The victims may feel random at first, but there's a connection. Yet the motives might be hard to find. A dark and twisted case. And the game will randomly pick an unsolved investigation. Wait, what? Okay, there's only 3 investigations here. Am I missing something? Like, there's random, which will be a random unsolved one. Okay, fair. But then there's random investigation all. So you just keep on going between the different investigations, I guess. But there's only 3 investigations. Seems like an odd choice. Like, why even let people choose? Oh well, I guess I can't question why. I can't say it's a bad thing that there's 3. Maybe I unlock more over time. Let's go to the judge. Choose difficulty mode. Money will be easy to get by, investigation will be easier, every action will take less time. Well, I feel like that's the way to go. Because I don't even know what sort of game this is, but if it's got a way to fail, I've been failing recently. So, you know. Oh, cool art style. It looks almost like real, but they've put a black and white filter over it. Then other parts look animated. Like this part here looks like it's been recorded. That part looks like it's been animated. That's animated, definitely animated. Still, pretty cool. Man, shortening his taxi driving career one cigarette at a time. And for some reason, he finds a corpse and it apparently takes on himself to do it? Or is he about to get murdered? I don't know what happened there. I don't know if he got murdered or if he's about to find a corpse. I can't tell. Doctor. Auto. Here. Sir, can you hear me? Or do I need to speak up? Yes, speak up. Is this okay with you? Is my voice loud enough? Not so loud. Very well, does this work for you? Yes. She takes a deep breath. Sir, you spent 2 weeks in a coma. The word bounced around your head. You need a moment to understand its meaning. Coma? Well, the word scratches along your throat. Yes, you were the victim of an assault. The word resonates in your head. Victim. Excuse me. You're aware of a serial killer currently loose in Paris. You feel the context of your stomach crawling up your throat. The judge, as the police called the killer, assaulted you. The bullet touched your liver, and I just need to stop. Sorry. You taste bile in the back of your throat. Your mouth is burning. Stop, I won't turn off the auto mode. Today. It was going too fast. I'm sorry? I'm guessing they expected you to read it, not read it out loud. Did they catch the judge? No. What about my passenger? He was dead before you can get out of your cab. The doctor was silent for a second. Very awkward second. She hesitates. The police like to see you as soon as possible to ask you some questions. After all, you're the only one who survived the judge. Noise in the hallway attracts your attention. You turn your head to no avail. You need to rest. She leaves the room. Her voice resonates through the hallway. See, like that looks like it's been taken from something real and then modified. Like, with a filter. Maybe, traced over. I don't care if he's any visits. He. Another female voice joins in. A strong, authoritarian voice. You can't clearly make out what she's saying. A strange feeling washes over you. It's not pain, not fatigue, an odd combination of the two. Before being in this hospital room, you never realized that anger was made up of a combination of pain and exhaustion. Anger. A feeling you know all too well. Days go by, and another month later. Wait, what? Apparently a month? Sheesh, they're not very good police officers. Well look, I've got a bit of a problem. A real problem, that is. You have a pounding headache. It's your first night behind the wheel since the attack. You listening to me? You catch your boss's eye in the rearview mirror. He stares at you for a second or two without speaking. Sometimes wonder what goes on in your head. You always seem so far away. I just want things to get back to normal. Clear my head. Stop thinking about it all. He's watching you closely, trying to make out what's going on in your head. You know I'm worried about you, don't you? I know. You're like a son to me, you know? I know. And again, he's not about to tell you the story of his taxi fleet again. When my father died and left me the store, I could have sold it. I could have retired, gone back to the old country. Well, I decided to start a cab fleet with the money he left me, to hire guys from the neighborhood. And that's why I've got like 45 guys like you working for me. Though none of them are any match to you. Do you want me to go over anything again? Yeah, good idea. Right then, well first the map. You spot potential customers and try to guess where they're going. Then you decide. When a customer orders a taxi, there's no one else around, you have to go pick them up. That's the way it goes. It's business. The other fares, look at the map and decide whether you want to take them. And then, you drive. When your shift is over, we do the numbers and that's all. It's pretty simple. No reason why you can't do it. Alright, no overtime. We're in France here and there are rules and regulations. You might not see it that way, but no one likes to have a driver who hasn't slept in 24 hours. I mean, fair. It looks like, but you should still give me overtime for the time. But so if the fare starts before the end of time, you should still pay me the full rate for that. But then just say no additional fares. That'd be the fairest way. So don't try and weasel out of that last 30 minutes of that cross-town commute we've booked. This way, since these Bobby Reeves gone to the cab. Anyway, you know the ropes, so get to it. I know you're gonna do a good job. What's the matter? I don't think it's a good idea. You shouldn't be driving. The murderer's still out there, and we think he's gonna come back for you. He doesn't even know who I am. He could have seen your face. Please are positive he didn't. He attacked me from behind, I fell to the ground, he took off. He could have seen the taxi! Anyway, I'll let you go back to work. Every minute spent in your taxi is a minute lost. Hey, he seems like a pretty good boss, all things considered. Yeah, I quite like this guy. Same to you. And good luck. Hey, he seems like a pretty reasonable boss so far, which is crazy. Like, I can't imagine taxi jobs being that, you know, big. Like that well paying, but hey. Can't be calling milling about. Taxis coming and going. They'll ignore you, consciously or unconsciously. You're branded. You sit there for a moment and turn the key in the ignition. The hum of the engine sends a tingle down your spine. It's impossible you to describe that misfeeling. It's back to that night shift, back to life. Despite the attack, despite all. Well, they could have put you on the day shift. Then it wouldn't be harder to murder you, but okay. Apparently you've got 327 euros I can even pick up a cat, a young lady, a guy with the sides of his face done. I can pick up what looks like some sort of Oni, devil. Got someone over there of indeterminate gender. And then I've got another black person, which I can't see gender once again, kind of ambiguous there. And another ambiguous gender person who is white and has shaved head as well. So I think realistically, it's got to be one of these. The cat doesn't make much sense because how much is the cat going to pay me? I could go down the road, get this guy. I could go down the several side streets and go there. On the one hand, this main road is probably the easiest way, but on the other hand, I've got to then cross this street. So I don't really want to cross that street, just in general. So I'll go this way. I know it doesn't really make much difference, but hey, it is less risk of anything happening. Alright, Irvy, please. Okay, that's a fair distance away, but it does go near two of my other fares, hopefully. Your next passenger has been crying. See, once again, that looks like it's up there. Cool. Okay. She stares at the floor and gives you an address to nearby suburbs. Aww. You start driving when her telephone rings. The ringtone is familiar. Yes? There's a pause. Her tone is sharp and curt. Yes, I'm on my way home right now. Yes? No, I took a taxi. Who's paying? Well, I am. I don't want to take the bus home tonight. Come on, lay off. Look, can you just lay off? Yeah. We'll talk about it when I get back. She puts her phone away for you, ready to hang up, then pulls back. Yeah, I'm here. There's no need to scream. I can hear you. I told you. We'll talk about it when I get home. Oh, come on. My life is not ruined. I mean, I failed one exam. Don't worry, there'll be others. So she must be... Maybe she was going for a bar exam? The voice rages another notch. I'm gonna have to let you... tunnel. No, that was the driver saying we're about to be cut off. Oh, I see. I get the point. Now he seems normal. Mom, I said it's break... She hangs up. Thank you. You hear a ring, same tune as before. The young woman hesitates, turns the phone over in her hands and decides not to answer. Sorry. I know that tune. Her face lights up. It's Lakme by Leo Debils. We gave a performance with this music. After hearing it so much, I just totally fell in love with it. It's an incredibly soft piece. In the opera it comes from, the priestess Lakme, one of her companions, goes to gather jasmine from the temple, and you sense the love between the characters. Again, it's mutual. The two women sing, and their words are very similar, but, not identical. You sing? No, I'm a dancer. Classical, jazz, and other various combinations. I've danced since I was a little girl, but I've been dancing even more these last few years. I love it. A friend of mine did our own choreography to a few scenes from Lakme Opera once. We did a show. It was really exciting. Geez, the smile appears on her face, seems to have erased the tears. Thanks for earlier, by the way. I missed the last metro, and to be honest, I didn't want to go home. My mother is waiting and have a very long discussion about my future, my career, all the sacrifices she's made for me. She's a cleaning woman in one of the fancy office buildings at La Defense, and I failed my bar exam, so she thinks. She stops herself. She's about to make a joke, but something stops her from doing so. Her smile vanishes. She thinks I'll end up as a cleaning woman at La Defense. She thinks I dance too much. She thinks it's Lakme's fault. But mostly, she thinks it's my fault. I studied. I worked hard. But I didn't pass. I don't believe in all that anymore. Now, be warned, what I'm about to say might sound cliche, but I want to be a dancer, not a lawyer. My mother doesn't understand. You must work to earn money in order to succeed. Sorry, I didn't mean to unload on you. I must seem like a pretentious little princess. Thanks for lying. I mean, I know I owe my mother a lot, and I have to stop being so self-centered. Blah blah blah, I have to pass this fucking exam. Mind you, she came to my Lakme performance. She saw me dance and we left. It's kind of dumb, but she didn't say a single word. And I think I've never felt prouder. Her silence spoke 1,000 words. You pulled to her house. She takes her time getting out of the car. I don't know why I said all that, but it felt really good. It looks like I meant to go further than that, but okay. Thank you. She disappears. Her tears definitely bounced. I think that did pretty well. Wow, I only got a 10% tip on making her feel better, and okay, fair enough. I guess I didn't really do much. But that's still very interesting. Alright, so I got a few more choices. Oh. See, this is the other thing, like the people are changing. Like, some of them are gone now, some of them are coming. Like, I can't go over there, because that's basically the entire fair. It's got to be one of these three. One of these four. Now, that being said, all three of these people have already been are new. They're all new people, right? So as much as I'd love to, like, find out what their stories are, but this is the thing. I love it. I see how there could be a free roaming option. In fact, the free roaming option is not solving crimes and is instead just listening to people's stories. I would love that. That sounds fantastic. I'm going to go for this guy, though, because I'm pretty sure he was there before. So I might as well go to the guy who's near me. Now, I've got people to the north and left, so I've got people up here. Whoa. Wait, what? You want me to take you all the way out of town? Okay. It's only 12 kilometers, though, so I don't know where it is that he wants me to go, actually. Fine, I'll accept. Let's go. You pull at the sidewalk and pick up a passenger who will in a cab. You just make him out, surrounded by 5 or 6 cops, an all too familiar scene. Every so often, in a low, ominous tone, the officer's voice makes it to your ear. The circle of cops breaks up. You see your passenger. He heads over to the cab and gets in. He slams the door and lets rip. Motherfucking cops! He gives you his address and you start the car. Okay, I'm gonna stop reading the narration text. Hey, everything alright? Yeah, sure. They're afraid to lay a finger on us nowadays. They don't want to get blown up. What a fucking pain in the ass. Can't go out without getting screwed by each other, and every one of those son of a bitches. If you're not wearing a goddamn beret, if you happen to be wearing sweatpants, then yeah, right, you're a fucking hood. Your papers, please. Yeah, sure. Shove your aunt's cock up your frigging ass, buddy. It's always the same old thing, isn't it? You can say that again. Even the Arabs treat us like shit when they're wearing a uniform. Slowly smile spreads over his face. And you know what's worse? He pulls out a paperback from his pocket. The Count Monte de Cristo by Alexander Dumas. I just got another achievement, and I don't know why. They wouldn't believe it was my book. Oh wow, he's a literal writer? Okay, they told you he was reading. Okay. Second, you wonder if you imagine it. First thing they asked me is where I stolen it from. You know, like there was no way I could own a book. The bastards took a look at the book, flipped through it every page to make sure I wasn't hiding anything, like hash or some other shit. The humiliation, the sense of shame. It's just a book. You like it? Yeah, it's kind of like a, you know, a revenge story. Like all the Hollywood movies with downloads we don't have to pay for a ticket. Except that it takes place 200 years ago. Yeah, it's good. And it really sucks what happens to be the hero guy, and he spends the whole book planning his revenge big time. That's pretty messed up. It's my girlfriend who gave it to me. Yeah, I think so. She's all into the historical stuff. To me, it's all a big drag at first, but she forced me a little, and then I realized that Monte Cristo, he's like one of us. I meant his story. It's like what goes around today. But I introduced her to new stuff too. There are those texts, you know, rap lyrics that she really likes. You should see her putting on a show and all. But the truth is, she actually likes it. It's the same thing for reading, right? I mean, it had to be properly explained to me, and I had to want to try it. And that was it, man. I was on my way. But it's pretty crazy even so. I'm actually reading a book. I still can't believe it. The book and my girlfriend. Some chicks really change your life, don't they? You know, man, I know why the hell I told you all that. No worries. Must be a real bummer, all these guys telling you life stories. I have to go. I have to punch in early tomorrow. Or later on, I should say. Cool! Wow, that guy did not give much of a chip. At all. These people really just like to give me small tips, apparently. The door suddenly slams open and a woman gets in the back seat. Having a good night. For a second you freeze. What's one of the cops working the judge's case? She grins at you, her voice, her creaks. You remember seeing her at the hospital. Something already bothered you about her there. You know, it's actually pretty crazy. For weeks, I've been saying to myself there's something off about you. Something not so nice. I dug around, mailed it over, bugged all my fellow cops about it because I was sure you lied to us. Hey, I'm talking. I'm gonna be frank with you. I don't think you're the judge. Nah, just kind of picture it. Well, for one, I've been in a coma for a bloody month, but sure. Like, you've gone to accept hunting yourself? Yeah, between us, it's a bit of a stretch. But not enough of a stretch for my chief to stop going on and on about you. Seriously, he talks about you all the time. If I didn't know him better, I think he had a crush on you. No, I think he's more interested in your profile. In prison at 17. And for murder too. Since you got out, you kept a low profile. But you're lying about your name and address. I checked. It's normal, you'd say. If they got the word of your time served, no loan for your permit, no lease for your car, meaning no second chance at life. The voice went soft, almost warm. I personally like guys who want a second chance. I like guys who fight for a second chance. Basically, I like guys who are willing to work with me. My chief wants to go to the prosecutor with a first and last name evidence. Actually knowing him, he's not so hot in evidence. So I'll give you the info about the victims, suspects, medical reports, and photos that are a bit... You have to be discreet. Keep it between you and me. Interrogate, ask questions, dig around. Never done this. Don't worry. You're already keener than half the squad. And don't forget, I'm not asking you to make an arrest and deliver the killer wrapped up in a bow in front of the station, okay? You're no Batman. Just here to get me more information. Fair enough. Here, take my card. I'll call you in 3-4 days, check in. We'll chat. I'll let you know if I have any new info. Don't get caught. Don't get arrested. And I wouldn't recommend you try and leave Paris. I know what you look like and I know who your friends are. You need to be the solution to the problem, my friend. Or the problem, my friend. I have to go. I'll go check in on you-know-who. That reminds me. She know you've done time? Oh, my little dirtbag. You cover your tracks well. Yeah, if you say so. Don't try and mess with me, man. If things don't go well, I'll turn you in. I'll send you a picture to all my friends in the media and every arsehole in Paris. The picture of your name on it. Your real name. Anyone close to you have their places searched and they'll be put under house arrest and spend nights in jail. You have any idea how tense things are in that fucker's trial on the way? Come to think of it, your last name's almost the same. You could be brothers, actually. I've had a terrorist, I'm looking at that son of a bitch. That one shows passion and maybe even relation. I could actually be related to this killer. I'm gonna say I'm nothing like that terrorist. I'm nothing like a terrorist. Let me tell you, that face of yours, your handle, they'll welcome you with open arms. I know you have no right. You have no right. Look, I want to catch this pillow personally. I want to drag him to court, ruin his fucking life with a bang. I can't botch this case, you got me, and neither can you, right? Well, great then. We see eye to eye. So, just say you're an informant, my CI. He ripped open your gut, saw your own insides, you're in a coma. Yeah, you have plenty of reasons to get back at him. Yeah, I think you're actually going to do what I tell you. You investigate, ask questions, listen to all the rumors, come up with a list of suspects. I hope they go on the cab, is all I can say. Alright, don't get fired. Without this cab, you're worth nothing to me. I'll make sure you get more intel tomorrow. I'll find a way until then. No word to everyone. Obviously not a word. Fucking bitch. Shit. Shit! So in the past, his mind locked new documents for your clues for investigation. You'll find them back in your thing after your shift. 6 clues are discovered already. Wow. I already knew plenty, apparently. Or that was what she gave me. I can't tell which, but hey. But see, I kind of just wanted the rest of the stories. Wait, I only got 3 fares all night? I guess I went straight back home after that. So I have 6 clues, but apparently only put 4 or 5 of them on the wall. You take a second to enjoy the silence of your studio apartment. Outside, the city is slowly waking up. You can still hear the hum of the taxi buzzing in your ears. You throw the files Bussett gave you on the table. On the wall, you hung at the big court door and used to pin up photos for your nephews. They've been gone since you got out of. Your simple plan is simple. Jot down all pieces of evidence connecting to the suspects. The guilty party won't necessarily be the one with the most evidence against them, but the one with the most compelling evidence used against them. It's like you're building a story about each of the suspects, trying to understand their motives. Understand how he or she got into the situation. Your neighbor flushes the toilet. Out of the corner of your eye, you can see pipes shake. You glance at your bed and get to work. Okay. So. I want to actually investigate that, but okay. Oh, I see. I'm literally just... Oh, I see. They're just going up on the board straight away. Okay. Well, let's go up and see what's happening here then. Alright, so we have Piero Baltlaz, who is 1.8 meters high and left a message on the crime scene. 2. You deserve this. Dad was a cop, financial affairs, died 2 years ago. Mum got health issues after Rickerton health scandal. Gay, in a relationship, never disclosed information at work. Okay, fair enough. Then we've got Paul Murray Figurant. So, oh, let's see, the height, 170. So it's definitely not that. It's like, no, it is. It's, yeah. Killer's height is under 180, 1.8. So he left a message to the crime scene. You deserve this. This one had a weapon, a rare gun used in the 70s. Retired cop, joined the police in 1977. Divorced from the judge. Born in the French Antilles. Moved to the mainland. Then we got Claudio Campos, who is also under 1.8. Left a message and 3 on the crime scene. Time is up. Okay. Well-known lawyer from Saint Ouen, defender of the Doer case, defender of several molested kids in poor neighborhoods, was a promising football player. What? It can't be this guy, surely. But message on crime scene 1, justice. Oh, I see. Literally, justice is got it. And then this one, time is up. And then you deserve this. Okay, then this one, you deserve this. Homeless man with an unknown background, briefly worked in Charles Bourgain, victim 2. In the 90s. Got health issues after Rickerton health scandal. So these two are actually related to the Rickerton health scandal, which is interesting. Well, let's just move this around so it's a little bit easier to see. Because killer knew them or researched the victims. There is no sign of violence. The victims killed with 1 bullet in the neck. The killer left the message in chalk in the first 3 crime scenes, and death was execution. Okay, so everything else here is linked in some way to someone. So this one can be linked directly underneath this guy. This one directly underneath this guy. This one between these 2, and this one right there. Okay, so let's go down. Let's end the night. There's nothing else to look at. No, end the night. Cool. Heavy hands, you wipe your tired face. You slowly open the sofa bed and lie down, and you continue to try and die slowly. Streets, passengers, their faces, their problems. See, I just wanted to go to people who I thought looked the coolest. I don't want to go to people related to the crime. Give it one eye. Your attention turns to shouting upstairs. A door slamming. Typical. You get it quickly. A few minutes later, you're outside your studio. Yeah, so I slept literally all day. Wow, that's a long sleep. Alright. So, oh, there's a lot of stuff here. Oh boy. What is this? Is that an investigation thing? Listen to radio. Oh. Yeah, what if I listen to radio at start, see if there's anything new? Which one do I say listen to? I want to listen to news. It seems like a good idea at the start of the day. It's Fox about the judge. Bystander makes it the fact the police have not arrested the homeland seen in the crime scene. You raise an eyebrow at the news, you didn't know that. As soon as the news is over, you turn the radio off so the cab starts again. Okay, so I got a clue. Fantastic. So, I've got a few people around here. Some of them are flashing in gold. Like, this one is flashing in gold, so he may actually be related to the crime scene. But this person's a lot closer. But no, I guess we'll find out what this gold person is. Maybe he is related to the crime scene, or maybe that's the homeless man. Maybe that's the one I just found information about. But I've also got to earn money, because if I don't, I'm going to lose my cab, so I probably should have went to the other person. I don't know. Nope, this is an actual person. He wants me to go 5 meters for 20 bucks. Okay, fine. I don't know what's good or not, really. You immediately recognize the passenger who just on the backside of his car. His face has been plastered all over the news the last few weeks. He's a lawyer. A lawyer who's representing a terrorist. He gives you a address and start driving. He holds your gaze in a mirror. You drive in virtually empty Paris. Behind you, lawyer nervously consults his notes. Hey, everything alright? Yeah. Why didn't he say that to the cops? He's not taking this seriously. He doesn't get it. Idiot. Then again, there again. He says it again. Is he contradicting himself, or...? I'm just gonna let him talk. It seems like he's just gonna do all this job himself. I can't take it anymore. This guy's a real asshole. He's not just a monster, he's a total idiot. I've never seen such a moronic defendant. You know what's like to defend a moron? You know what it's like to only get 3 hours of sleep so you can defend a fucking moron? Do you have any idea? I'm sorry. No need to apologize. There's nothing you need to be sorry about. Jesus effing Christ already! Jesus! I'm the one who agreed to it. I actually fought to represent him. It's my own damn fault I'm being dragged through the mud. Yeah, I admit it. At first, I thought it was pretty great. Being on TV, all the interviews, journalists asking my opinion about everything. I shook so many hands, said so many words, sentences, yet actually said nothing. When I worked in the hood, not a single person cared about my work. And now, 5 hours, I have to be on the radio. In 7 on TV. Rest? No way. Actually, it's simple. I almost never sleep. When I lie in bed, I stare at the ceiling and go over the evidence in my head. It's barbaric. Disgusting. So horrific, it's almost unreal. And I discovered my client bought nails. The nails that were in the bombs at the corner market. And he kept the receipt. He fucking kept the receipt! Folded in half, slipped it into his wallet. That's what I see when I close my eyes. Disemboweled bodies and a receipt for €2 worth of nails. Why? Why, for God's sake? He thought he could expense it when he got to heaven? So stupid and so dangerous. He disgusts me. He revolts me. I think he's less disgusted about the crime and more about the fact he sucked at it, but okay. So everyone has a right to attorney, everyone, without exception. Otherwise, justice is no longer just. Okay, but why did you... When I slept on, I thought he'd be representing someone crazy, and I find out he's just a moron who's played too many video games. That guy's never even read the holy book they use to justify their so-called acts of martyrdom. He reads a few passages online. Do you have any idea what a complete moron he is? Ugh. I'm sorry. I'm truly sorry. I shouldn't have said all that. I don't have anyone else to talk to about it. And all the other lawyers avoid me like the plague. So he was expecting to find some criminal terrorist mastermind, and instead just found some idiot who found posts online. But I've got to tell you, a lot of people who get radicalized in these sort of, like, in this sort of place, in like France, are probably just idiots or very, very lonely. My mother can't understand why I'm doing this. She saw the same. She went back to Algeria. I get the same. What I don't get is why people just lump things together. I am not a terrorist. I am not a murderer. The right choice? I barely had the choice. I couldn't let injustice triumph. Everyone has the right to counsel, to stand trial, to have a fair trial. Even terrorists, even morons. We could hang him right there, right now, and no one, I'm telling you, would share it to a tear. That's why I keep doing this. For equality. Our country was founded on it. These rights have been abused far too often for me to look the other way. His anger seems to be lifting. Taxi's almost reached its destination. In the back seat, the lawyer is much calmer. His voice is soft. I need to be reminded of this. This will serve a lesson. It's odd, isn't it? That I ran into you tonight. I mean, as if... No, forget that. Wait, don't take this one away, but... Here, this is for you, for listening. For hearing what I had to say. It's relieved. Oh, nice. Have the envelope behind. Nah, I want him on my side. He freezes, notices the envelope, grabs it hastily. You can tell he's uncomfortable, he doesn't say another word. I realize I probably should have taken that envelope from a crime fighting protector, but I think having the lawyer in my pocket is probably more important than stiffing a guy who's just trying to do what's right, I think. Nice, got an extra 20 bucks. Which I probably don't get till the end of the day. Alright, finally I have a bit of choice here, because there's no other plot relevant ones. And obviously, because I'm trying to minimize the amount of time, I'll go for the closest one. Let's see what she is. So, the way she's sitting in that selfie, like, I feel like you could have gotten a better shot. The words, I can sense them. They're calling me. Wait, what? Oh yeah, she's on something. She just wants to ride around the corner for €5. That seems perfectly reasonable, and I can go to the other guy next. Drive. I don't care where, I just need you to drive. Wait, what? Is she gonna try and kill me? Yes, there, good. Keep going, this way. Slow down, slow down. Frail or fragile? Answer me. Frail or fragile? I'm not sure. Oh, don't think about it. Just say the first one that comes to mind. Frail or fragile? Ah, odd. I wouldn't have thought that of you. After all, frailty applies more to humans than to objects. Both words actually have the same root. 2 words, 2 units. And life went on, the words mixed once again. Go down the street and stop. Yes, there. Good. I got it. Ah, I got it! Look, the words, right there. They're wandering past us like sheep, like... Now I must write. The frail are forced into battle. Together come the children, a son and a daughter standing tall to salute. They will cry, oh yes, they will cry. The eaglets fly behind. The frail will stay. What happens when you sleep? No, that's a lie and you know it. What happens when you drive? Exactly. You give your time to others. And the son will say, frail father, I want you to come back to life. The daughter will say, frail father, I need you to come back a winner. The whistling voice grates in your ears. The father responds, you must choose. The eaglet lands upon his shoulder. Together they fly off.
And thus all began. Fragile, frail, two paths, they can't be fooled. The son, the daughter will grow up, though not at the same pace. When, early one morning, 20 years later, they wake up, they wake to the sound of a bugle. The sound will be beaten, churned and clubbed, until he wakes up from a 1,000-year nightmare. And the nightmare that needed, together with the earth and life, and brought into the world a dream for the daughter and the son. May they learn to live again without the fear of their father. Frail and fragile. Frail is fragile. 11 years. I've been writing this poem for 11 years. For 11 years I've been trying to finish the text. I've filled it so it's infused with my entire life. Its lungs are swollen with my tears. And now, all this writing right here in the street, right in front of me. Thank you. Stop here and keep everything. Everything. I keep nothing more. Seems to you that there's nothing impressive. It looks as though she's getting smaller and smaller with each step. Darkness swallows her and you sit there, shaken by her poem. You pick up the money and something falls at your feet. You grab to a small, shiny white seashell with your fingers. You look at it for a second without saying a word. 11 years. Makes its way into your brain. You take up and you drive off. Huh. Huh. Well. Welcome to Nightfall, I suppose. You know what? That's the 30 minutes, but I've got a whole shift to finish. I think I'll finish at least the first shift, just to see what happens, because this has been really interesting so far. So, I've got a few options here. These two are pretty close, but I think I'm going to go backwards. I'm going to go back to this lady here, because she seems interesting. The ambulance past you, speed ahead. Okay. Oh god, I hope she's okay. Hey, only 6 kilometers for 20 bucks. Once again, I don't know if that's good or bad. I feel like they should at least give you a number for that. A couple is getting taxi. Okay. A couple, like you've seen so many times before. Attractive, a bit tipsy, drooping eyelids. He's already asleep. That's about 20, maybe more. She's still sighing faintly, but the evening has had a lasting effect on her. She's older. Maybe 40, 45? Alicia. Sorry, it was coming from the guy, but I think it's a girl. Alicia. Right next to the movie theater. Very well. I beg your pardon, this may seem odd, but what do we look like? I mean, he and I, what do we look like? A couple? A couple? A couple? A couple? Thank you. I happened upon 2 friends who were making fun of us tonight. We could be mother and son. It's stupid, She hesitates then. Forget it. Let it drop. Sorry to bother you with that. Okay, so an age gap relationship. Fair enough. I mean, you look like a couple. Thank you. That's very kind of you. I don't think I've ever met a taxi driver who was so understanding before. I'm serious. I'm too defensive. It's unhealthy. Not good. Not for me. Not for Yez. I love him more than anything, you know? People think... They think he's some sort of toy. But he's not a toy. I'd not choose him because he's young and chick. I love him. Period. Can you understand that? More than you think. What do you mean? I get what you're going through. Oh, she writes it so. Shit. I should have opened up more properly. Oh well. I don't really know how to put words on what I actually feel. I think the problem's me. I don't need a mirror to see it. He's young, he's handsome, he's still a fan of me. Energy from morning to night. My joints creak. I lose a fraction of my eyesight each year as passes. I get lost on my own street the other night. I'm a burden on him.
I think there's a you think? Yes, I do. It's just... No, nothing. You're not a shrink. I shouldn't, you know, unload you like this. I think I've said enough. Far too much. You've been remarkable. Thank you. What if... No, forget it. Well, she's an interesting story. €100 bill! Do you mind using this money to take Yves to a hotel? I am the will do it myself. We need to put an end to this. He deserves someone else. Wait, what? No. I'm serious. Another question. Why not? Be polite. Be honest. Be honest! What the fuck? You can't break up with me like that. You're a very attractive woman. If you guys doing very well for yourselves. Just in my place to pick you up on where you live. I don't know if he loves you, and I couldn't care less, to tell you the truth. But I can't think of anyone who deserves to be left behind in a taxi like that. And I'm really a bit insulted by your request, but let's move on. I'm putting it away. 1 minute. I gotta go, and you should do the same. I'm so sorry. Yeah, no, $100 would be nice, but not breaking up, something like that. He hasn't even woken up. You smile, wondering what he must have dreamed about. You have some more dreams. You let the other car pull in and go back to your shift. Ah! She gave me 63 euro cents as tip. So she rounded up and gave me 60 cents. Thanks. Thank you, lady. God. I realized I didn't take the 100, but... Okay, so we've got a few other options. Nothing more story relevant there. I've still got fuel, so I guess I'll do it. It's got everybody needs to. And I'm just gonna close my eyes and choose one randomly. It's hard to choose. That's the thing. Like it makes you want to play the game again to play different things. You know. Yeah, I'm gonna need to get petrol after this, but chill. That's fine. Next passenger is waiting for you on the sidewalk. She has a cab whispers, "Hello." Charles de Gaulle, please. The young woman stares intently at everything she sees. The sidewalks, the street lamps, the signs, as if she were counting them. She looks at you for the first time since she got in the cab. Something's bothering her. You okay? She hesitates. Yes, I'm fine, thank you. She nods her head gently, cracking a tiny smile. It's really early. The first planes to come in are the worst. Everyone's exhausted and half asleep. Yeah, exactly, and... I must confess, I don't really want to go there. Is she going back to India? Ah, family? My future husband. Oh no, arranged marriage! Well, future, I've never even met him. Aww, no. You always have it well, just will come by with you. Passengers tend to relax in their natural accent. I'm sure he's a great guy, as they say here. But I don't know him at all. My parents chose him. It's crazy, isn't it? Are you shocked? Yeah! It's tradition. Or at least it used to be. My parents are a bit old school, even by current standards in India. I chose to study here, and not in England like my sisters. I fell in love with Paris and decided to stay. I almost never go home. Actually, this is my home now. Anyway, my parents insisted I meet him. He decided to make the trip, saying he had a meeting as pretext. I don't know. It is hard. It is easy to hold against them. They're doing the wrong thing. I wouldn't say it's unacceptable though, because if you're trying to be the doting parenting type, at least letting that person meet him. If he's here, I'm just gonna say nothing for now. It's understandable from their perspective. I mean, it worked for them, right? What day trips would you recommend outside Paris? Nearby? She nods. The Versailles, of course. It's really beautiful. Definitely worth it.
Oh yes, it's perfect. I'm sure you'll like it there. I don't know what Fontainebleau is, but I'm gonna say it. It's a huge park, very wild if he likes hiking. I don't really know. Oh, something about the young woman makes you feel uncomfortable. She looks as if she's about to scream, but's holding it in. Which terminal? Your question's answer. Terminal C. 2C, I think? I'm just gonna respect her wishes and just let her go, but I'll definitely see if I can catch up with her again in future. She pauses for a second if she's about to say something, then she disappears. Oh, I don't like that. Now I'm gonna get some petrol before I run out, so I'm sorry, person up here. Can I even get to the petrol plaza? I don't know. Let's find out. Oh god, there's so many people. There's so many different options. You pull over and stop at the gas station. Notice all in sight. The fluorescent lights irritate your eyes, and the smell of pee is wafting up from the space between your pumps. It's self-service here. You pay the electric at the pump. The meat mark over there, it must sell newspapers. The person behind the counter must see and hear things. Might be worth asking questions. You get out of your taxi and struck by a familiar feeling that you are the last person on Earth. Okay. Oh, cool! I actually get choices. I can fill the tank first, so let's do that. I got plenty of money, so I've got no problems with that. I should go in, I suppose. You walk into the V-Mart. The clerk behind the counter is undoubtedly the most ordinary person you've ever seen. Yup. Okay, so I can buy a newspaper? Sure, why not? I can also buy magazines, apparently. Oh, there's a scratch card there too. Okay, French scratch card. So oh wait, I can come back tomorrow. Oh, I can only buy one. Okay, talk with the clerk. Serial killer's business is crazy. Have you seen how much the police suck at catching him? Ah! Literally, the police. The clue is people are talking about how much you suck. Fair enough. Do I have any time left? Is there even going to be anything more? I've got 3 o'clock here. Like, okay, I've still got some choice. Are there any faces I know? Not really. You've got, with how little time I've got left, I think I'm going to go for the person who's closest to me. But this is really cool. Alright, it will take the rest of the night. Fair. Let's go. She's a bike courier. The kind who pays no attention to red lights and stop signs. Aww. She looks cold. She gives you a smile. Holy shit, it's flipping freezing out. Do we know each other from somewhere? I don't think so. Probably I just cut you off my bike or something. Or maybe it was me. Maybe I changed lanes without signaling. It's for a delivery, but it's too cold. I can't seem to get that warm. I hope she's okay. That's exactly what I'm here for. I hope you don't mind. There was no way I was going back on my bike. I left it behind with my colleagues in front of that restaurant. You know, it's pretty counterproductive paying for a cab ride to deliver food, but all the warm air, it feels good. Oh, so she's one of those, sort of Uber Eats sort of people. Yeah, no, they don't have a great life. And again, even the taxi drivers, but it seems like they have even less, job security than I do in this world. How's work going? Pretty good. Though I had a running with one of my colleagues tonight. He's a real know-it-all. The kind of guy who thinks he's been there, done that. The work itself is pretty good, though. In winter, we do a lot of business. People say hold up like rabbits. I have to say, I understand them. I'm warming up, but I'm sure tired all of a sudden. Sorry, we're already here. Right, back to work. How's she gonna get back? Oh good, I was gonna say. She rushes over to the cab and flings herself back in the seat. Come on, let's get out of here fast. Start the cab. Back to the restaurant, please. I left my bike there. Well, that's that. Business is picking up. But yeah, I think I'm gonna wait a little. Check it later. Do your customer nice? To tell you the truth, I can't remember. They're all the same. It's not like in this line of work, you know? For all the interesting people I meet. Nah, I shouldn't complain, really. At least I can take it easy on my bike. There's no one really to mess around with me. Do you really like what you're doing? Yeah, I do, absolutely, sure. We don't earn much in the job, it's really exhausting, but first of all, I have a killer ass. I mean, sure, fair. My gates can't believe it. Guys are really crazy about it. All my girlfriends want to know my secret. Basically, it's a win-win situation. Can I see your ass? I mean, is this a visual novel? Oh god, am I gonna see this? No. But second, this is what I really love. I'm my own boss. Well, I do have a boss actually. My telephone. It's an algorithm. Some guy calls me out every now and then, asks me questions, asks me to take on more shifts, but he doesn't grab my ass. Aww. So A, she's happy to have a good ass. B, she doesn't want her ass touched without her consent, which is perfectly fair. He doesn't waylay me in the corridor. He doesn't ask me to be a good little girl and go pick up a sandwich. Oh god, she was a secretary and a badly trained one at that. And that makes it all worthwhile. She looks serious. She's a really long speech. So that, my friend, is why I wouldn't trade my bike in for all the world. No, you're right. Not as much as far as prospects go. It's not like you're going to be made team manager or anything, that's for sure. But it's not all that bad. There are worse jobs around. And I know what you're going to say, I'm being exploited, badly paid and all that. But the worst part is actually the customers. No, I swear it's true. You deliver the dinner because they're all worn out from working all day. And they don't even tip you a single euro. Still, they're understanding all that. They give me articles about all the big bad delivery businesses abusing us. And they order sushi from the restaurant down the street. They haven't trust the stomach. Believe me, a bunch of cheapskates. But that's all that, for the time being, I promise. I'm putting aside, like my father said, I'm gonna open up a takoyaki food truck. Have you had takoyaki? Oh, cool. I want to be the latest thing. It's basically a pretty simple idea. Some people lined up for concerts, movies, plays. She wants a food truck. Cool. She smiles. Anyway, I'm out of here. There are lots of styling people in Paris, and we won't let them down. Thanks again. You're really good company. If you ever need a shortcut, just ask. Aww. So for someone who was saying how shitty her tips are, can I just say she didn't give me a great tip either. But fair enough. I guess I was sort of taking off her dinner, off her payment. Now, more importantly, wait, what? Okay, I was gonna say, it should be the end of the day. Secondly, what the hell was that person who was there next to me? You met Salem? You met Alicia? Company cut, car maintenance, spending, losses. Oh shit, I lost more than I gained. Oh, that's not good. An envelope in the front door, you notice an envelope. It's thick and heavy, you can make out your name written all over it. Thick black marker, your real name. You find the information just as Bousset promised. You lay them on the table. You look at the evidence on the table. Also, I can't help but notice, that's cute, that's nice. This could just be a normal background, right? But look, it actually reorganized it based on how I did it. So this is actually the same thing. This is actually a real scene that has a real object in it that is my notice board. That's really cool. Let's go by, make all shake against bed, telling it to work. That's cool. Okay, so picture of the crime scene. We've got police report victim. Police report victim 2, not enough time. Oh, I've only got certain amounts of time. Of course I do, it's during the day. Right to go to bed. Okay, so. Victim. Victim 3. Colonel of the Junta of the process. Homeless man was seen around the crime scenes 2 and 3. Okay. Killer's height. Killer fault victim 1. Okay, so victim 1. Rickett in health. Whereas this other person, there's someone else here, got issued after health issues after Rickett in health scene. Okay. Is there anyone else who... Well, this could link to
Well, victim 1 should link to there anyway, so that should by default link to that. So let's just leave it there. Killer fault victim 1. Oh, victim 1, not person 1. Never mind, victim 1. Okay. So let's try how to actually like link them up. I guess the links happen automatically as you keep unlocking new stuff, because like. Oh wait, what? What? One cop said under 180. One cop said over. Oh, it doesn't help, does it? Unless there's two victims. Okay, victim 1, victim 4. Oh shit. I see. There are different victims. Well, this puts it more towards this guy. Victim 1 is this one here. So the killer fought with victim 1. Now, who? Anyway. Interesting. So you only can choose one or the other. Interesting. Okay, so this is Nightcall, and quite frankly, I don't know what I expected, but it wasn't this. I love it though; it's really interesting. So yeah, if you like what you saw here, the links to buy this will be in the description down below. But this has been Nightcall. It's mostly positive, 2019 apparently. Wow, it really hasn't. It's really thrown under the radar a bit. It's currently on sale at the time of writing for $7. But it won't be by the time this video comes out. But still, that's definitely one for the wish list. I say that's really interesting. I kind of though I don't really care about the investigation side of things. You know, like the investigation side of things is sort of like not as interesting to me. It's just finding out these people's stories. Like I kind of feel like playing the free roam version might be even better than having to deal with all these things. Anyway, thank you for joining me on my Mountain of Chain. This has been Nightcall. If you like to see it on the bottom of the screen, but otherwise, I shall see you next time. Goodbye.